Welcome to the town of Banff, the most touristy town in Alberta, nestled in the heart of the Canadian Rockies. Tucked within Banff National Park, this charming mountain town blends breathtaking natural beauty with a vibrant, welcoming community. We first visited in the spring of 2022, and my first impression, it felt like I had stepped into a fairy tale storybook. From majestic snow-draped peaks to vibrant streets brimming with charming shops and cozy eateries, Banff is a haven where adventure and tranquility blend in perfect harmony. Whether you're here to embrace the renowned Rocky Mountain magic, explore the untamed wilderness, or immerse yourself in the town's rich local culture, Banff delivers an unforgettable experience that captivates the heart and soul. Founded in 1885 as a gateway to the hot springs that first drew visitors, Banff has grown into a world-renowned destination while retaining its small-town charm.
Banff National Park is the only Canadian location on a new list highlighting the most beautiful places in the world.
This tight-knit community thrives on its connection to the land, offering a unique blend of outdoor adventure, rich history, and modern comfort. In this video, we'll take you through every facet of Banff, its iconic landmarks, hidden gems, and the vibrant spirit that makes this town so special. Let's begin our adventure in the heart of the Rockies. Let's kick things off into Banff's origin story. Cave and Basin National Historic Site is the birthplace of Banff's tourism legacy and where the story of Canada's first national park began. In November 1883, three Canadian Pacific Railway workers, brothers William and Tom McCardle, and their friend Frank McCabe, stumbled upon these thermal springs, long revered by Indigenous peoples for their healing powers. This discovery led to the creation of Banff National Park in 1885.
So welcome to the basin, and like I said, the original kind of bathing area. Yes, the cave happened, people, I get that, but really that outline of what it was. I think it's important to understand over the last 140 years, there's been a significant impact by humans, all right? So again, what you see right now has been impacted over 140 years, and it's important we understand that, all right? So our original bathing area, people would come on in here and you would bathe. Again, our pavilion, we just walk right out from our bathhouse, having our tea and changing, and then going right into the waters and taking up that mineral-rich water for its healing properties. Really awesome. Our water, and we'll get into the hydrology in just a moment, but it's really special. It's warm. 32 to 34 degrees Celsius, 90 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Super comfortable to go bathing in, right? But in fact, also it's perfect conditions to be growing wonderful things. It loves to grow bacteria, all right? Now, what's interesting about growing the bacteria in here is one of the reasons why it closed down in bathing here in 71. High bacteria counts. It was no longer safe for humans to swim in this water. Basically, your little party gift as you come here. Go bathing in the basin, leave with pink eye, if not other things. So fun. All of you get pink eye. There we go, right? So it was problematic. We couldn't chlorinate it and treat it like we did the main pool, all right? The main pool fed by the cave water, the basin water feeding this area and then feeding a pool further back historically as well. But the problem in going to the hydrology here is there's an enormous amount of water always coming up. All right, right now we see gassing and bubbling coming up, but in fact, 300 to 600 liters per minute of water. That is 80 to 160 gallons per minute is coming up in that sand area. So even if we did treat this with chlorine to make it safe for humans to swim in, the water is just going to flow right out. This water currently now is just piped under the foundation. Remember, 140 years of human impact, right? It's like, why didn't we just leave it natural? It's going to flood the building if we leave it natural. So it is plumbing out. Interesting fact, remember the corrosion of our pipes over there? We've learned something. So in the late 2000s, we upgraded this area. We put in a ceramic pipe instead of a metal pipe. So it's not going to dissolve our ceramic outflow pipe at the moment. So if you were worried, it's now kind of been resolved-ish. This water, though, it is thermal. And I will draw a bucket of water that you are welcome to touch. So I'm going to go and draw some water. Then I'm just going to go stand against the glass, and you are welcome to put your hands in if you would like. But you might consider tipping both, right? Because you don't want one hand to be younger than the other hand when you wake up tomorrow. All right? Come on in, go dip.
After tracing Banff's beginning at Cavan Basin, it's only fitting to take in the town from above, where the scale of its beauty really sinks in. For a bird's eye view, you've got two options. Hike up Tunnel Mountain for a rewarding view, or ride the Banff gondola to the summit of Sulphur Mountain, where you'll find panoramic vistas, a boardwalk, and the Sky Bistro. Whichever path you choose, whether it's the steady climb up Tunnel Mountain or the smooth ascent via the Banff gondola, you'll be rewarded with a view that's nothing short of breathtaking. It's in these quiet, elevated moments that Banff reveals itself, not just as a destination, but as a place that steers something deeper. The sheer beauty of the landscape, the stillness of the peaks, and the vastness of the sky remind you just how extraordinary this corner of the world truly is.
Enjoy!
Back in downtown, Take a moment to wander through the Cascade of Time Garden, a quiet little escape that feels like it's tucked away from the buzz of Banff Avenue. The paths wind gently through beautifully landscaped greenery with vibrant flowers, stone steps, and peaceful corners that invite you to slow down and just take it all in. Right in the middle of it is that striking stone building, the Parks Canada Administration Building. It kind of looks like a mini castle, doesn't it? Built in the 1930s, it's one of the oldest buildings in Banff and adds a timeless charm to the garden. It's the kind of place where you don't need a plan, just stroll, breathe, and let the scenery do the talking. And the best part? From up there, you get a full view of downtown Banff. It's the kind of view that makes you pause, take a deep breath, and just appreciate how beautifully this town fits into the landscape around it. Now, if you're new to the place and you are someone who likes to get information not just from the internet, make sure to stop by the Visitor Information Center. It's a great spot to grab maps, ask questions, and get insider tips from locals who know the area inside out. Look at that building. Isn't it beautiful? It is a recognized federal heritage site originally constructed between 1939 and 1940. With its Tudor Revival architecture, fieldstone buttresses, and rustic charm, it looks like something straight out of a mountain fairy tale. And just a couple of blocks from the Visitor Information Center, near the historic Banff train station, you will spot the Norquay Building, a newer addition that's helping shape the future of how visitors arrive and explore Banff. This area is part of a growing effort to make Banff more welcoming and accessible, especially for those arriving by car, bike, or potentially by train in the future. So while the Visitor Center connects you to Banff's past, the Norquay Building hints at what's ahead, a more sustainable, thoughtfully designed gateway to the Rockies. Together, they frame the story of Banff, where heritage and progress walk side by side. Right in the heart of town is Banff Avenue. This lively main street is a postcard-perfect blend of boutique shops, art galleries, cozy cafes, and inviting restaurants, all framed by stunning mountain views. In the summer, one stop you won't want to miss is Cow's Ice Cream, a beloved local favorite known for its rich, creamy scoops and quirky cow-themed merch. Just a heads up, the line can stretch down the block, but trust me, that first bite makes it totally worth the wait.
We are next and I still don't know what flavor I'm gonna buy. Maybe I'll just I'm still confused.
Okay, fine. Brownie explosion, sea salt party, sea salted tofu.
What's your best seller?
Curry is our best.
Goey Moe? Okay, I'll go with the Goey Moe.
Brown explosion, and one scoop of the sea salted tofu.
Can I have double scoop instead? The other one would be Moe or cheesecake. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, bench. Bench.
Want some souvenir? This street has a lot of stores where you can find something of your interest. All you gotta do is find a store that is within your budget. One of our go-to spots is Whiskey Jack. It's a treasure trove of fun and unexpected items, perfect for finding that little something to remember your trip by. Check out these keychains. If you spot your name, lucky you. If not, grab one that reflects who you are. Or something that inspires you. Because souvenirs aren't just keepsakes, they're little reminders of who you are and where you've been. This small town may be tucked into the mountains, but it's bursting with culture. From art and history to natural wonders and indigenous heritage, Banff's museums offer a deeper look into the stories that shaped this place. Located right on Banff Avenue, there's Banff Park Museum National Historic Site. The log building dates back to 1903, making it the oldest surviving federal building in any Canadian national park. With its Tudor Revival architecture, cross-the-log walls, and lantern-style roof, it looks like something out of a rustic storybook. Inside, you'll find a fascinating collection of mounted wildlife specimens, many of which were gathered over a century ago. The museum was originally curated by Norman Bethune Sanson, who personally collected and cataloged much of what you see today. It's like stepping into a time capsule of Banff's early conservation efforts and the beginnings of Canada's national park system. also has White Museum of the Canadian Rockies, and Buffalo Nation's Loxton Museum that showcases the rich heritage of the region. Just a few steps from the museum, you'll find the Banff Trading Post. It currently sells souvenir items, but you'll also spot some quirky and interesting finds, like the bear statue that Marilyn Monroe once posed with, and the famous Mirror Man. Definitely worth a peek. Now, we're feeling hungry and craving something local, so we wandered around and stumbled upon the Boss Kitchen and Bar. The name instantly caught our attention. If you're from Canada and know a thing or two about bears, you'll get the reference. It's named after the Boss, a legendary grizzly known for roaming the Bull Valley and surviving just about everything nature throws his way. The restaurant channels that same bold spirit, serving up locally inspired dishes with a side of mountain charm. And yes, the name alone makes you want to walk in and see what it's all about.
Hi there. How are we doing today?
Good, I'm ready.
Oh, absolutely, of course. What can I do?
The Boss Burger and then pork.
Now, if you're curious, let me share a few tidbits about the locals' favorite bear. Officially known as Bear 122, the Boss is a living legend in Banff National Park. He's one of the largest and most dominant grizzlies in the region. His story is wild, literally. He survived being hit by a train not once but twice and fought off rival bears. His widely recognized main rival, Split Lip, or Bear 136. But it's not just his size that makes him famous, it's his resilience. He's been spotted roaming near highways, train tracks, and even around the town site, always knowing when to move and how to stay out of trouble. Some say he's fathered a good portion of Banff's younger bear population, approximately 70% of them. I feel like anyone who gets to see him in the wild is incredibly lucky. We haven't had that moment yet, but when we do, well, no. There's something unmistakable about the Boss. He's not just any bear, he's a presence. And spotting him would be one of those unforgettable Banff moments you'd talk about for years. So, how do you know if you've seen him? Well, first, he's hard to miss. Beyond his sheer size, which is absolutely massive, there are a few features that make the Boss unmistakable. His ears are widely spaced, giving him a broad, powerful profile. His right ear is visibly damaged, likely from one of his many territorial battles. And then, there's the detail that really sets him apart. his claws. They're long, thick, and almost ivory colored, a striking contrast to the typical grizzly claws, which range from light brown to deep black. It's like nature gave him a signature. So, the name of this restaurant is not just a catchy name, it's a nod to one of Banff's most iconic and indestructible resident. So much about the bear. Let's talk about our dining experience. We ordered pork belly and boss burger. Look at this pork belly. It has, of course, pork belly, rice crisps, parsnip puree, and apple mostarda. The taste? If you are on a budget, we suggest coming here during happy hours. That is from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. and 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Now, if you're still soaking in the wild energy of Banff and feeling a little adventurous, head to Park Distillery. It's right in the heart of downtown, and it's not just a restaurant, it's a full-on experience. They distill their own spirits using glacier-fed water, giving each bottle a true taste of the Rockies. And here's the kicker. It's the only distillery in Canada located inside a national park that makes every sip feel like a toast to Banff itself. Wild, bold, and unforgettable. They offer a free distillery tour, so before heading in for happy hour, why not get familiar with their gin first? It's a great way to appreciate what's in your glass.
So when it comes to our classic vodka, when you're actually drinking that one, the sweetness that you're getting from it is purely from that triticale. We don't have any added sugars in it, which is really, really cool. So we work with about 1,800 litres of mash from one tank. Does anyone want to have a guess how many bottles we can make from that? This one. 1,800 litres of mash. Correct. 100 times it by 8. So we can make 800 bottles from one tank of mash. It translates over to about 600 kilograms of liquid after distillation, which is roughly around that 800 bottle mark, about 750 milliliter bottles, which is really cool. All of our grains are sourced nice and local here in Alberta. A lot of our botanicals are not too far from are sourced from not too far away in British Columbia. And then we also really do try to look after all the other Banff Hospitality Collective companies. We do collaborations with Jolene's Tea House, Banff Roasting Company. So we look after the family that looks after us as well, which is really, really nice. We're gonna head on into the still, so if you guys wanted to follow me. Everybody meet Penny, Penny meet everybody. So this is Penny, our lovely German-made facility, like I said before, made by the Cote family. Now they specialise in making distilleries, and she was made specifically for where we are standing today. And the reason for that is actually a couple of different things. So number one, as you can see, she's got a nice little tan to her. She's been in the sun a little bit, and that's because she's made out of copper, hence why her name's Penny. Here in Banff, we are on a fault line. We do get earthquakes every now and then, nothing too crazy, but she has operated through 4 earthquakes in her time, which is really, really cool. So now that you know all her fun quirks and fun facts, onto the distillation. Now, does anyone know what the difference is between a vodka and a gin? There's one ingredient that separates the two.
Junipers.
Correct, yes. We're going to head into our multi-purpose room over there. I'll tell you a little bit more about the history of that room and all those notes and flavours in all of our spirits. Okay. So if you guys want to head back in there, then I'll follow you in. Started out 10 years ago. This room is where we used to do all of that bottling, labelling, packaging, as well as all of our storage for our barrels and all of that liquid infusion. We purchased 12 used New American Oak barrels from Jack Daniels, and they were at a level 1 chart. If you're drinking these ones all night long, then you won't have a hangover the next day, which is quite nice. If anybody likes a vanilla latte, I will definitely recommend mixing a shot of our espresso vodka with a shot of our vanilla vodka. Mix it together, oat milk, honey. I have a great work day, my boss doesn't smell it, and it's fantastic. Now this is my favourite gin out of all of our gins that we have here, and my favourite way of having it is with a little bit of Sprite and a lime, because the citrus that's in Sprite is going to help elevate that strawberry flavour even more and also make for a really nice refreshing drink. And that is all of our spirits that we make here, guys. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.
After the wonderful mini tour, there was a craft spirits tasting, but since Marky's driving and I'm not much of a drinker, we're opting for happy hour instead.
Burger again.
Barbecue sauce. Wow. Come on.
Although the town of Banff is surrounded by stunning lakes, it doesn't actually have one within its boundaries. Instead, the only natural bodies of water flowing through it are the Bow River and the picturesque Bow Falls, both adding their own quiet charm to the landscape.
This is part of the Bow River.
One of the best ways to enjoy this riverside beauty is by walking the Bow River Trail, a short, easy hike that gently winds alongside the water. It's peaceful, scenic, and right in the heart of town. What makes it even more special are the art installations thoughtfully placed along the path, adding a creative layer to the natural surroundings. And if you feel like slowing down, there are benches tucked right beside the river, perfect for resting, taking in the view, and reflecting on how lucky we are to be here, in a place that feels like it was lifted straight out of a storybook. Plus, if you're lucky, you might see horses walking along the trail too. It's one of those magical Banff moments that feels almost surreal.
There's a lot of bears in the forest. Look. Lots of bears in the forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And hey, if the mood strikes, go ahead and channel your inner distressed princess in the woods. This place practically begs for a little fairy tale drama. At the end of the Bow River Trail, you'll seamlessly transition into the Bow Falls Trail. It begins near the Banff pedestrian bridge and follows the river southward, leading you toward the roar of Bow Falls. The trail is short, just over 1.2 kilometers one way, and easy to walk with shaded paths, wooden staircases, and scenic viewpoints along the way. And speaking of viewpoints, before reaching Bow Falls, you'll come across Surprise Corner, and for first-timers, it truly lives up to its name. Tucked along Tunnel Mountain Road, this lookout offers a breathtaking vantage point that seems to appear out of nowhere. From here, you get a stunning view of the Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel, often called the Castle of the Rockies, perched majestically on one side. On the other, you'll see the Bow Falls cascading below, with the Spray River Valley stretching out ahead. It's one of Banff's most iconic photo spots and the kind of view that stops you in your tracks. Anyways, here's the Bow Falls for you. Pretty. Just pretty.
This right here is the most photographed, or one of the most photographed corners.
No visit in Banff is complete without seeing the iconic Fairmont Banff Springs Hotel. It's just a stone's throw from Bow Falls, but we decided to drive there instead of walking. And honestly, that turned out to be the right call. Just as we were approaching the hotel, we spotted something unexpected. An elk. Graceful? Yes, but still a little intimidating. I've got to be honest, seeing one up close, even from inside the car, was surreal. That moment was wild in every sense of the word. I mean, aside from their sheer size, those antlers, Tall, branching, and regal, looked like something straight out of a woodland fantasy. It was equal parts awe and adrenaline, and definitely a reminder that Banff's wildlife isn't just photogenic, it's majestic and very, very real.
Hoy, Market, dali siya paadto.
Anyway, a few minutes later, when it felt safe to step out of the car, we continued on to admire the castle we came for. Look at it. Grand, timeless, and nestled right into the mountains. It's everything you imagine and more. It's built in 1888 by the Canadian Pacific Railway, designed to attract wealthy travelers. Well, until now. It's one of Canada's original Grand Railway hotels. In 1988, it was designated a National Historic Site of Canada, recognizing its cultural and architectural significance. The town of Banff isn't just charming on its own. It also serves as a gateway to some of the many natural wonders within Banff National Park, including world-renowned spots like Lake Louise and Moraine Lake. Just a short drive from town, you'll also find Lake Minnewanka and the peaceful Vermilion Lakes. Lake Minnewanka is about a 10-minute drive from downtown Banff, heading east along Banff Avenue. It's a vast glacial lake surrounded by rugged peaks, perfect for picnics, boat tours, or simply soaking in the alpine views. Vermilion Lakes, on the other hand, are practically right on Banff's doorstep, just a 5-minute drive west of the town along Vermilion Lakes Road. These shallow lakes are known for their mirror-like reflections of Mount Rundle, especially at sunrise.
So this is the road, and this is where you can park safely. And if there's no space anymore, then you can park somewhere there, just like those cars there. Just make sure it's safe. More than 5 cars can actually fit here. Right now there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one here is a worthwhile stop before going to the town of Banff. It has great scenery, and we noticed that there are a lot of bikers here. Bikers. Speaking of bikers, there. I don't think that there is a trail around the lake, and there's lots of people here as well, taking pictures just like us. And what's that mountain there, Marky?
Mount Rundle.
Okay. And there's another mountain that you can see as well. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, beautiful scenery if you want to like have a zen moment before entering the touristy town. Then this would be a great place.
And that's a wrap on our journey through the town of Banff. If you enjoyed this virtual tour of Banff, please hit that subscribe button for more in the future.
Forest fires are a common occurrence here in Canada. So in some towns or public parks or national parks, you can see these billboards which indicate where the fire alert or probability of forest fire is sitting at. At the moment, it's currently lodged on extreme, which signifies that the likelihood of forest fire is at high.
If I read this signage that says you have 2 seconds, I'm not sure if I'm gonna move forward with the hike. 2 seconds? What are you gonna do with the 2 seconds? You can't run in 2 seconds. What are you gonna do with the 2 seconds? Would you run? Whose poop is this?
Oh no, nakalimutan ko. Sa mga wild animals na.
Thanks for coming along for the ride. Until next time, happy wandering.